Episode 43 of Buddy Pass Podcast is now live. Everybody, welcome back to another week of the NHL and all sorts of things. No movies this week, though. We won't get into that like we did last week. But either way,
don't say never.
That's true. We may go off the rails a little bit. We've never done that before, though. Either way, Chris here with AIDS and Brett, fellas. How are we? We got a lot to talk about this week. But before I want to check in, see if my boys are just okay.
Well, we almost got into a fight again.
Yeah, a lot of tension the last. But
it was Raph and Brett this time. Who, if you don't watch YouTube, which you should at this point, he's drinking chocolate milk out of a bowl that he had cereal in.
Yeah.
So. And I was being chirped by Raph for using chocolate milk in my cereal instead of.
Just gonna clean the screen
instead of regular milk.
God, look at how nice.
Is that why we're always so blurry?
Yeah. It's just his greasy little paws.
When do I touch my screen?
Why were you ever even touching your camera?
I don't know. I probably was licking it.
I thought it was just like a bad quality camera.
I don't know. I never know. I thought it was just my eyes, so I thought it was clear to you guys, and it was just me.
Can we take a second? We've been here since August. This is the clearest this camera's ever been, and it's the middle of November. Look at how nice that is.
I always just assumed it was a bad quality camera.
I always just assumed that it was my poor eyes.
You just thought it was your eyes.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it.
But either way, we're about to record the episode, and Brett pulls up with cereal, and it's like chocolate milk. So at first glance, I'm like, "What is that?" He goes, "What the fuck do you think it is?" And I'm like, dude, middle schoolers use chocolate milk in their cereals. Like, no, you do you, man. But I'm just saying, like, adult life, we don't do that.
Is this like a law I'm not familiar with that I can't?
It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
So
I mean, you could be a rebel. I'm always down for the outlaw character in the novel.
I'm never gonna stop putting chocolate milk in my cereal.
All right, you stay true to your roots.
My whole thing is just like, why would I put regular milk in my cereal when I can put chocolate?
I can name a couple reasons, like your cholesterol. The sugar.
It's literally the same nutrition facts. You can check the labels between the regular milk I get and the chocolate milk.
All right, man. I'm just saying. I had to. You can do you. My chirp shouldn't affect you this bad.
I'm gonna fact check you on that.
Unless I'm actually under your skin right now. Was it the gym class chirp? Is that what did it in?
The what?
Because I called you a child by saying that you must run your 7th grade gym class.
I didn't even hear that one.
Yeah. You didn't hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Tough start. Calories for the regular milk for the vanilla is 80.
Yeah.
While it's just for a 1 cup serving.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Just about what I put.
Yeah. So for chocolate, it's 100 calories. Total fat. The vanilla does have more fat by 0.5 grams, 2.5 compared to 2. Let's see. What do we got? Cholesterol.
Same.
Both is 0.
Mm-hmm.
Sodium. About 195 more grams of sodium in the chocolate. Carbohydrates, we have more in the chocolate.
I need the carbs, though.
You do need the carbs. You run on carbs.
Bad shocking though.
19 grams in the chocolate, and 14 in the vanilla. Total sugars,
4 more here.
4 more in the chocolate. Protein, same. So
that pretty much all cancels out, I'd say.
No.
There was more fat in this one.
That's one feature that this one was better in.
And it's half a
Yeah, and it's the most important feature.
Is it?
Yeah. Chocolate, the total fat, that would be like the worst.
That's what you get for skipping your health class.
Well, wait. Oh, okay, never mind.
Hey, dude, I'm done with this guy. We can be done. I already know, but dude, you enjoy your chocolate milk cereal combo. I'll make sure to be at your funeral in 3 years.
Live fast, die young.
Hang on. We just need to pause for a second here.
Yeah.
This kid just chirped me about living 3 more years because of what I'm putting in my body.
Mm-hmm.
Can we go through what he puts in his body every day?
Do it. I know it's not great.
A bottle of Coke. Like not a regular bottle. A 2 fucking liter bottle of Coke. You went on a span. I don't know if you guys know. He went on a span of like it had to be at least
like a week or 2.
At least maybe 8 days where you went through 8 2-liter bottles of
Yeah, it was actually ridiculous. It was
8.
Sick, though.
8.
And then coffee, nicotine, and one somewhat nutritious meal.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Which, more often than not, is Domino's.
Yeah. Well, that's what, because me and my boy locking down on the Domino's gang. But what I'm saying here is that you guys always chant me for how bad I eat. I'm saying you're with me right here, buddy. You're with me right here.
They're not comparable, but the principle is
the stuff you put in your body is way worse than almond milk.
Thank you.
That's, well.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Can I give my unbiased opinion since I wasn't in this argument? Is putting chocolate milk in your cereal generally something that younger kids do? Yes.
I wasn't aware of that. I never did that.
I never did it. But yes, I knew people that did. However, you never really grow up, right? We're all just a bunch of big, dumb baby idiots as adults.
We're just larger babies.
Our
brains actually stopped.
You actually never stop wearing a diaper.
So, in all fairness,
Hippie gang.
that you don't there's no transition into adulthood. You don't just become an adult, a grown up one day. You just keep going through life. And if you go through your life having chocolate milk in your cereal, then that's how you live your life.
Dude,
that's like you go through a 2 liter Coke bottle every single day, maybe every 2 days if your body's lucky.
If I went to the
he puts chocolate milk in his cereal.
Facts.
So
I wasn't saying like absolutely. I definitely eat worse. I was just going off the child chirp. I was just calling him a child, and then it escalated to this. But I know damn well I definitely treat my body way worse.
But you judged him for it, and I don't think that's right.
Well, it's just a chirp. No, there was nothing personal behind it. I was just chirping my boys. I mean, if you're sensitive to the chirps, I won't chirp you, dude. Don't get me wrong. Like, if you want me to stop, I'll stop. I'm a peace builder.
So cap.
You're not a peace builder.
So
you are so far from a peace builder.
No, I'm a peace builder. Every day after it was like middle school, we had to do with the peace builder pledge. Like right after the Pledge of Allegiance, peace builder pledge.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it was just like it was just a little pledge you had to do to be a peace builder, as you say it with the classroom.
Can you recite it right now?
No, I never.
Can we do the Pledge of Allegiance at the beginning of episodes?
Yeah,
you want to start right now?
I don't even know it.
No.
I pledge allegiance to the trap. You guys want to get into something? I feel like we really went off the rails. Want to start with the trip? All right, boys. Before that, this is how we've been real quick.
I've been good. My last couple weeks have been great.
Couple tests,
honestly.
For the kids?
Yeah, I've had a couple exams, but like, I mean, classwork's always gonna suck. It's classwork, but I don't know. I've just been chilling.
It's facts. It's vibes.
The funky flu's hitting everybody pretty good, but we're still here. So
yeah, I've been dead the last like week. I'm finally back, like 95%. Kids back. A little wedding over the weekend was wicked fun. Little formal on Friday was really fun. The
drunkest I've ever seen him.
Bro.
I've ever seen him was on Friday night, the day before his wedding. Not his wedding, but the wedding he had to go to.
Right to the money.
And I kid you not, the day of, even the week leading up to this formal, he kept saying, I can't drink that much. I can't drink that much. I can't drink that much. Yeah. I need to be back.
Actually, I don't want to chirp you. Never mind.
What the fuck?
The chair moved when I stepped on it.
Why are you stepping on the chair?
I was trying to move around your big ass.
Then somebody get out of the way. God. So all week long, this kid's like, I can't get that drunk. I have to be like ready to go on Saturday. So me and my girlfriend get back from our concert at about 1:00 on Friday night. And he's still not back yet. He's still not here. He rolls in about 15, 20 minutes later. I've lived with him for 3 years now. Never seen him as drunk as he was. Never.
Dude, it was
slurring his word. Like, it was bad. Like, he wasn't belligerent. He wasn't throwing up. He was functional and funny, but he was drunk as fuck.
I was functional. Funky Murphys. Dude, I just know it was just bad because, like, we went to the formal, then, like, all with the people of age went to the bars after, and at the bar, like, I've never just been out for the count. Like, I usually have like a good gear. I think it's the dancing that keeps mentally there. So I always have a good gear. But then I just got way too drunk, way too fast. And I sat like at the bar and I think people know this moment when you have to sit at the bar, like in the chair, and you put your arms up on the counter and you just gotta like look at the TVs. You gotta take a minute, you gotta try to regroup. And it wasn't going well. Then like, like Charlotte, a couple other like boys pull up to me and they're like, we gotta get you out of here. And I didn't fight it. That's when I knew I was like folded. I didn't fight it. And I just said, yeah. And then we just hopped in the Uber and we left. And that's when I knew it was bad. But the ironic part, I got up on my own free will at 9:00 that day and got up and was showered and ready by like 10.
You were so like well off the next morning.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Like it was like a regular weekday. It's like you didn't even drink. It was crazy.
It was unreal. So yeah, I knew exactly what I was doing. I think my favorite moment on the weekend though was when so it was my cousin Liz that got married, and then Jimmy Joyce got he got married into the family. He's the boy though, and at the after party he was like Ralph, I've never seen you like that. Like you were the life of the party tonight. Like when the groom says that to you, that's like the best that somebody at a wedding could say to you. You were the life of the party.
Mm-hmm.
So I tore up that dance floor. That was fun. But I think this is a good time to get into Tibbs' trivia. If Mr. Tibbs is ready.
Yeah, we'll start with that and then do our teams.
Tibby's trivia.
Are we doing teams after?
Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
do those after. Because the trivia we'll just do like
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah,
Hopefully it doesn't take long. So this one is based on a lot more recent stuff. I feel like sometimes I do like some stuff about like the past seasons, but this season.
First try. Ready?
Season.
Here we go. First try.
This season, who has so far the most controlled offensive zone entries? Which player?
Barkov?
No.
It was going to be my guess. He was going to be my Huberdeau?
No. I actually didn't realize this, but there are 3 guys from the Panthers on this top 10 list.
Wow.
Wasn't were they one of them?
And Huberdeau and Barkov are neither.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I gotta say Duclair then would be one.
No.
Okay, we got number one though. Number one. I don't want to go all the time.
So the number one in controlled offensive zone entries.
Yep.
Jesus.
Honestly, I kind of want to go with Lucas Raymond.
No, not him. I do want to shout out number 3 on the list, my boy Johnny Gaudreau.
Nice.
He's always top 10 on this list.
Can we get a conference?
Wait.
Oh.
I feel like he might have it. Oh my God, they're conferencing.
Oh, maybe.
Say it. Just say it.
Just say it.
McAvoy?
No. Because you were thinking a lot of power play time.
I was just thinking like of a guy that I know he has a lot of exit passes out of the zone, but I feel like he also.
I just noticed this actually doesn't specify if it's even strength or including power play or not. So I
would assume it's everything then?
I assume it's probably
All
just
situations.
Everything. Yeah, all situations. You asked for a conference though. It's East.
East?
Yeah.
Bertuzzi.
No.
Damn, that's a good one, though.
Yeah, that was also a good guess.
Fuck.
What do you people listening to?
I was like,
what do you guys think it is? Can I phone a listener?
phone a listener.
I want to call Dickie right now and just be like, who
You
cares?
think he'd know?
I mean, Ken loves hockey. I feel like maybe.
You're the random stat guy though.
I'm honestly, when you said that, I was pissed. 'Cause I'm a big like past NHL like, history NHL.
This one's more recent.
Like the recent ones, I need time to like watch
like that
the
Joe
stats.
Thorin one I had. You just got in like.
Yeah,
I mean that one was probably one.
Because I've studied those ones before. These ones are new material. I haven't studied yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are in next year's textbook. Next year's edition of the textbook.
I didn't pass NHL 1. I got past NHL 2.
I can give. Do you want me to give conference? I mean, do you want me to give?
Yeah, division? Give division so we get quicker.
It's Atlantic.
I feel like
Kachuk.
No.
Good one though.
Which one did you mean though? Just
Oh, Brady's.
Neither of them are on this list. I was just curious which one you
Taylor
wanted.
Hall.
Well, I knew it was in the East, and I knew it was in the Atlantic.
Oh, obviously it
so-
wouldn't be Matt. Yeah, I'm an idiot. What'd you say?
Taylor Hall.
No.
Charlie Coyle.
No.
Legend.
No Bruins guys on this list.
Can you get a trivia stat that is about Charlie Coyle?
Yeah, I just want to next week. But at some point I'll find.
Oh, the next week, my first guess will be Charlie Coyle for the next ever.
Okay, until you get it right.
Yeah, bye.
Alex Killorn.
No.
I didn't realize how funny his name was.
Does he know how to skate with the puck? Alex Cole?
He just knows how to shoot it. He
And
just
hit.
stands there.
Chris Kreider.
Mm-mm.
He's having a great year.
Is it a forward or defenseman?
Forward.
Okay.
There are no defensemen on this list.
That
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes
It's only the top
I'm
10.
I'm
It's
surprised
only the top
not one.
10. And it's
thing.
early, so.
True.
Oh, I just extremely small in the bottom corner. It says only on even strength, so this doesn't include power play.
Okay.
That literally couldn't be smaller. Oh my god.
It's average.
Yeah. I mean, that probably doesn't really change your guesses though.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
All right, one more guess each because we can't.
Yeah,
keep
one
track
more
of
guess.
time.
I mean, I can also.
Are you cheating?
Do you want me to give you
No,
team and then you get one more guess?
Yeah, sure.
So it's Panthers. He's one of the 3 Panthers guys on this list, and you've already knocked out a couple. So you each get one more. Raph first, then AIDS. I won't say until you've both guessed.
I'm gonna go Carter Verhaeghe.
You can match him if you want. It's totally.
I'm gonna say, trying to think who's on that roster. Frank Vetrano.
Both really good guesses. And one of you is correct. And it's Raph. Yeah. It's Carter Verhaeghe. And then the other 2 Panthers players were 9 and 10. Sam Bennett and Anton Lundell.
Lundell
Yeah.
was the guy that I said Verhaeghe, and then I was like, fuck, I think it may be Lundell.
Yeah.
Sorry for everyone that just heard that absolute belch of a scream.
Yeah, we might
All
have
right.
to tone that one down.
Yeah, sorry.
So-
for you later, Brad.
The teams.
Yeah,
from
are we
last week.
just
Oh,
doing
yeah.
how our team did and then get into
Yeah,
our
yeah.
new teams, or
Yeah.
just save the
No.
new teams?
Oh,
for
no,
the
no,
end?
New teams.
All right, yeah. Just making sure.
Same as how we used to do it. Do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Yeah.
All right. So I had the Oilers last week. They only played 2 games, this past week. They only played 2 games. So I was hoping for a 2-0, but they went 1-1. They beat the Rangers in overtime, 6-5, and then lost to Detroit just last night, I believe.
Yeah, that's tough.
So that's 1-1 on the week, which puts my record at 0-1. Starting
First
the season off with a tie.
Not bad.
Or
That's
an
a point.
overtime loss.
That's a point on the board.
Overtime loss, yeah.
This can't be dropping points. Do you want me to go?
Why don't you go next?
So I had the Carolina Hurricanes, and they played Florida and Tampa Bay. Only 2 games. I predicted 2-0 as well, and they also went 1-1. Wow. So that is 0-1 from Mr. Rafferty over here. Point on the board, though. That's all I need. Point on the board.
And for myself, I picked the Vancouver Canucks, who played Anaheim, Nashville, and Dallas. And my reason for picking them was they were 1 and 2 points out of a wild card spot behind Nashville and Anaheim, respectively. And I thought if they had to go 2-1, they had to beat those teams. And those are the 2 teams they lost to, and they beat Dallas in overtime. So I went 1-2, which means I am 0-1-0. No points on the board.
There you go.
There we go.
Let's go, baby. Hey, on the board. That's all that is. All righty. Well, fellas, should we get into the topics of discussion now that we've done the business part of it?
Yeah.
All right, Aids. I know you're the topic guy. What do you got for us, baby?
I am. First note on the day is Alexander Ovechkin ties Brett Hull for 4th all-time in goal scoring with 741 goals. He also got his 600th NHL assist the other day.
Apple
Oh,
picker.
Fun fact.
Apple picker.
Which means he's up to almost 1,400 points, which is bananas.
Yeah.
So is he going for the assist record too?
Dude, meanwhile, Wayno has
He
like
needs
3,000.
Yeah, he needs like 2,000 more.
He would need to
legit.
play an entire other like 20-year career.
Oh, 3 more
Yeah.
lifetimes.
Yeah.
But that's crazy though. Just like now you're getting into the territory of like the Brett Halls. I think Yager's next, then followed by Howe, and obviously,
Yep.
and followed
Yager,
by Gretzky
Howe,
at number
Gretzky.
1. But damn, that's just like that's also crazy too. Just thinking of how good Brett Hall was. Like, dude, that dude, especially to a second generation NHLer. His dad, Bobby Hall,
Oh, yeah,
another
yeah.
all-time
Yeah.
great. But wow, man, it's weird how close he's getting
I know.
to the
And-
number 1.
And he leads the league in goals right now. He has 11 and 12,
That's fucked.
which he's just under a goal per game, which is, again, bananas.
Yeah.
Like, he could finish this year. I know, like, the way that they broke it down was he pretty much has to get, like, 35 goals of his last 5 years. He needs to get 35 goals in, like, 3 of those seasons and then
Yeah.
25 or 30 in the other 2. This dude could put up excuse me. I had a tickle in my throat.
Like, if he puts up 50 this year.
He could put up 45 goals this year.
Yeah.
50
Yeah.
easily.
And then like he does the 35s, and that last year he'd only need like 15.
Exactly.
Like
If he,
as a 40-year-old.
I was gonna say if he hits, you just said like the 35 in 3 seasons and like 25, 30 in the next few. If he hits like 40 or 45 minimum this year, like and next year,
Dude.
that just gives him so much buffer. He's only gonna need like 29, 30 the next few. 30s probably.
He'd literally only be out on the power play.
Yeah.
He's still, keep in mind, he's 153 goals behind.
Oh, I
the
thought you were
record.
gonna say years old.
He's
That,
100. Well, he might as well
Yeah.
be. He looks like it. He went gray and started losing his hair at like.
Speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil.
Oh wait, what are you doing? Get out of here.
Did you think that was Bob?
Yeah.
I thought it was too.
Leave the table. and
Leave the
get
table
out.
and get out. We're recording the podcast. Hello, everybody. Our maid just walked in. I don't know. What's
She didn't know
going
she didn't know
I
she
know-
was off
I
today.
know.
Like,
Sorry, everybody. We just had a guest that didn't know that Buddy Pass podcast was recording, which is super weird because I feel like everybody knows that when it's a Wednesday at this hour. But we're back to it. Keep going, boys. Alex Ovechkin, absolute great. Do you guys think he wins though? He may put up 50, but what about like Draisaitl, McDavid, or even like a dude like Connor Matthews? Like, what about those guys? Do you think they beat him out, or do you think he is just
so
gonna
like
win it?
this year, the goal scoring race.
Because he could get 50, which is still sick, but that doesn't mean he. Oh my, dude! I think all of his goals, like 80% of them, have been like tip-ins or like some around the net. I don't think he has like.
They don't ask how, they ask how many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He scores goals.
He's actually taken 9 pucks off the face that have gone in.
Dude, imagine Chris
I
Kreider
know.
winning the fucking Richard.
Honestly, yeah. If Chris Kreider wins the 2021-2022 Maurice Richard Trophy, I will hammer the Rangers. I'll put the house on the Rangers to win the cup.
Yeah.
You want to shake on that? Whose house?
My mom and dad's.
All right.
Sorry, mom and dad. Sorry, David Vick.
But about Ovi, like whether or not he wins the Rocket Richard this year, I think. I mean, he could. Does he have the lead right now, or just
Yeah,
someone
he
like
does.
tied with him? Okay.
He's one above Draisaitl,
Okay. I couldn't
two,
remember
and then
the
two
time.
above the next
a
five.
lot with 9 though.
I really do think he could win it this year.
If he's
I
gonna
don't.
win it before he retires, it's gonna
It's
be
gonna be
year.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was kind of figuring out how to say that. Like, if he is gonna win it one more time, it's probably got to be this year. Maybe next year. But
Is he tied with the
probably
most
this
Richard trophies ever too?
Is he?
I think he
I
may
think
be
so.
tied, or would need one more.
Let's
to
look it
tie.
up. Let's look it
Shit,
up.
I didn't know that. I didn't even
Yeah.
know he was even tied. But yeah, no. I mean, I'm pretty like 50-50. Like, I'll be just as surprised, I guess, if he does win it as if he doesn't, and like
Yeah.
someone like Connor or Matthews or Draisaitl wins it. I think it's pretty up in the air. I mean, obviously it's early to pick, but like you said, Aids, if he's gonna win one more time, it's got to be this year, probably.
Another guy with 9 tucks this year I'd like to talk about a little bit is Troy Terry.
Oh yeah,
13 games, 17 points,
Oh.
9 of those goals.
yeah,
I think now 12 game point streak.
yeah. I was gonna say it's like I think did they play last night?
They did. and
Yeah, he extended it to 12 last night.
So he owns the record with 9.
He owns the record.
He owns the
so
record
he
with
went-
9 Rocket
Because the
Richards.
second is 8, I'm pretty sure. I think he just passed. I knew he was like it was close. I think it honestly was it Maurice Richard that had the most? I had 8 before prior.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it.
The one that he tied with Pasta, that one shouldn't count.
Yeah, does that one count?
Yeah, they both get it technically on the thing.
They don't like cut the trophy in half and like give him half.
Yeah, like it's a cake.
Yeah.
But yeah, Troy Terry, dude, and like what a breakout year. I think he's like kind of been slowly on the up and up. It's kind of not like one of these out of nowhere just explosion years for him. He's always kind of had that skill and talent. I'll never forget him. A nice American boy. Remember that shootout thing?
Yeah, I was just gonna, dude.
That was so fun.
I vividly remember. I don't know where I was coming home from, but I was out somewhere. I must have been like just at my friends or something. And like I got home and I remember like obviously I was keeping up with it on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw I was going to shootout. I remember getting home and turning the TV on, getting the channel right when the shootout was starting.
Yeah.
And like then watching the shootout up.
Because like in the Olympics, you can use the same shooter twice. I think after round 3, you can use the same guy again.
That was
and like they can go as many times as they want. And dude, that was so. I think that was against
Canada,
right? Yeah,
I'm like
either Canada or Russia, but that was that kid has some fucking game to him. I like what they're brewing over there in Anaheim too. Like they're so slowly like getting there. I think there are a couple more pieces. I mean, like a guy like. Drysdale doesn't hurt to have. Mason McTavish, I think, will literally be their new Getzlav. Maybe a little bit less offensively productive, but still a nice top 6 big boy to have. And I can see a guy like that being captain eventually.
Yeah.
If not Zegras.
I was going to say, obviously, like,
Troy
Zegras is an unbelievable player, and he's having a good year. And, like, Fowler, too, is having a good year, which is someone who I haven't really kept up with much the last few seasons. Has he, like, been – he's been just decent like the last few years, kind of.
Yeah, I think Cam Fowler's just always been a very reliable guy. Obviously, he's had his years where he's up and down a little bit to where his ceiling is, but I think he's a very reliable defenseman. And randomly too, Kevin Schatz. Kevin Shattenkirk is having a good year.
Don't say Kevin Schatz.
What?
Okay. Yep. No.
You say. Can I just come back with the Rocket Richard Trophy? So I was trying to find so many lists. I was like, where, like,
this guy.
The Rocket Richard, like, why is it only going to 98, 99? The season, like the earliest.
Call something different.
It must have been.
Yeah.
That made me think like it was just named the Rocket Richard before that. Since it was named the Rocket Richard, the second most is twice people who won it.
Wait, can I guess this?
Yes.
Crosby? He has one, I know that.
He has one, but no, just
Fedorov?
Well, there's a few with 2.
I think it wasn't called like the Rocket Richard Trophy until 98-99 because that's the year Maurice Richard was born. So they didn't name it that until he was born.
My mind just went into a full-blown pretzel right there, trying to figure out that.
We gotta
yeah, we're gonna
what's he called? Yeah, I know because I know Corey Perry has one.
That's
right. There we are.
What?
Corey Perry, was he like 09?
09 or 10, that's something like that. 10.
So
I said it too. 09, 10.
So all right,
21.
I get it now. So Wayne Gretzky has won it 10 times. And then OV with 9. And then
so if he wins it one more time, he ties Gretzky for that.
And then it's Gordie Howe, Lemieux have 6, Yager has 5, Makita has 4. Blah 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 blah.
Yo.
So
what a crazy name.
Phil Esposito won it a bunch of times.
Heard of him?
Yeah. Did you know that in 2009, in the 2009 season and then the 2010 season, Henrik Sedin and then Daniel Sedin won it. They won back to back.
It was
like
11 that was Corey Perry.
11 was okay, I'm sorry. 2009, 2010 was Sedin. 2010, 2011 was Daniel.
Okay.
Henrik and then Daniel.
Which one was Corey Perry?
Corey Perry was before that.
Oh, I didn't know he was that long.
Oh, where is he?
Or was he like even back in 07?
No, I'm sorry.
Wasn't Phil Esposito the first player to score 50 goals in a season?
Yeah.
I swear I've heard that before.
Wait, wasn't that
Was it a trivia question? I couldn't remember.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I think that was like one of my first trivia questions.
Yeah, big boy fell.
Wasn't Joe Thorin like the first guy to be traded in when Art Ross too? I feel like
Trust me, like yay.
Daddy,
alrighty, well,
dude. So imagine.
Why do I keep getting emails?
So, Ovi's 1 away from tying Gretzky for the scoring leader award each year.
Yep.
And then 2 away from beating him, obviously. Imagine he wins it this year, ties Gretzky, goes into a little bit of a slump few years, but still gets within like 40 of them in like 4 or 5 years, and then in the same season breaks Gretzky's record and wins.
Oh my God!
Again,
knowing
breaks both records in the same year. That's like the least possible way it would turn out. He's not just gonna.
I don't know. Like,
could. I mean, the way I'm picturing it is he wins it this year by scoring like 50, and then only scores like 25, 30 for the next 3 years, and then scores like 50 again.
Yeah.
To beat the
That's
record.
also without like a lockout, which dude, I don't know the way the league's going. I could see another lockout within the next duration of Ovi's contract,
unless Bettman goes, which we talked about last week.
Bettman goes boom boom.
Bettman goes bye bye. Actually, not boom boom. He might boom boom and bye bye.
Does he boom boom and pow? Because he's jacking my style.
The fuck, I was gonna say that.
So 2000 and late.
Jesus.
What else you got?
That was the big one that I had.
Big fish in a little pond.
McKinnon out 3 weeks.
Yeah, fuck that.
Just came out like right before recording his lower body injury.
Year.
I know.
It's weird league. Dude, the Metro, we were so off. The Metro's fucking sick.
Because the Avs, too, are off to a 4-5-1 start, and now they're without McKinnon for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's really tough.
That's the big talking point, I think, today is just how fucking weird the league is right now. Like, there are so many teams that should be good that aren't. For example,
and players that should be good that aren't.
Yes. Colorado, Dallas. I thought Vancouver was going to be much better. You said Pettersson. I thought no, actually, the Pacific is actually a stronger division than I thought it was going to be as well.
Anaheim's way up there.
Like, but still, you look at a team like Vegas, which is 7-6, flat.
They've had their injury problems though, which I
understand that.
I kind of get so with abs, but like, to be a good team, you got it. That's not too much of an excuse. I mean, like, yeah, it sucks and it's gonna hurt you, but you need guys that will step up, and those teams have had guys in the past that have stepped up, and they're not stepping up this year, and hence why they're. Here's a crazy sentence. The Buffalo Sabres are closer to a playoff spot than the Colorado Avalanche are. 2021 stinks.
Yeah.
Because that's a real sentence.
The Sabres, Ducks.
And then you look at a team that was supposed to be bad but is good. Obviously Buffalo's one of them. I didn't expect Philadelphia to be as good. So I'm officially announcing my retirement from the podcast today. It's been a pleasure. It's been great. But
I'm taking my talents to the McDonald's down the road.
Yeah. So Philadelphia, I thought they'd be a playoff team, but they started the season 6-2-2. Mm-hmm. Honestly, didn't think Washington was going to be as good as they were, 6-2-4. Even Columbus, 7-3.
Yeah, that's a big
shot. I love seeing that.
Watching Detroit 7-5-2, second in the Atlantic right now. Like, there's just so many teams that I think there's more teams that I thought would be good that aren't doing as well than there are teams that I thought were going to be bad that are doing well. But it's just more fun, more surprising to see the teams that I didn't think were going to perform to be up where they are right now. Yeah. Detroit, Buffalo's, even though they're 5-5-2, they started 4-0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 4-1 and something,
On the flip side of that, though, one team I'd like to shout out on the flip, one team that isn't doing that is the Wild. Currently 8th in the league at 8-3.
Nice.
Just another team that
quietly
is building off of last year, and they really brought their momentum from last year's playoffs into this year. So that's, like I'm saying, the opposite of like Vegas or like Avalanche. They're continuing this role of dominance, and I really like how that team is just clicking right now.
And
It's clicking.
what's even stranger about that is like they didn't really do too much to their roster either, other than getting rid of Sutter and Parise.
Yeah.
Like they didn't really bring people in. They didn't really.
I like the re-signs like Nick Bustad.
Yeah,
I really like him as like a bottom six guy for them. Kaprizov again is just proven why he's just nasty.
Yep.
Kevin Fiala, the goat.
Dude, I love
him.
They
obviously,
brought. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, obviously, Eriksson too is doing great because he's Joel Eriksson. But I've always been a big Jordan Greenway fan too.
Yeah.
Big time.
Wait, was he?
BU.
He was BU.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Fun fact: I went to see him. I saw him at a BU Harvard game.
Really, that's cool.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
I saw him versus Northeastern back when was it JFK? Not like the player. Boys back at Carlson was on there.
Oh,
I saw it, dude. How big was he? Like Jordan Greenway when you saw him on the ice, fucking huge.
I literally. So I was with who was I with at that game?
The boys and the Czechs.
I don't even remember. It was like me and God. Never mind. That doesn't matter. But I saw him. He was the first. Like we sat down in our seats and like they were doing warm ups, and I looked at him and I was like, "That's the biggest fucking guy I've ever seen in my life."
Yeah,
he was huge, and like on an NH, he's like 6'5".
6'5".
Yeah, I think he's 6'5",
Probably like 2.
which is like on the higher end of average size for NHL guys.
Like
he's
5%.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah, he's 6'6", 226.
That's bananas.
That's pretty big.
Well,
massive.
6'6", 226. That's not super big.
I
To put in
remember him being
perspective,
lanky, though.
I'm 5'11", 215. He's got he's got 7 inches
So
on
you'd
me.
fold him?
You're basically the same size as him.
Yeah, you basically would fold him.
Yeah.
I
Jordan
wish.
Greenway, you better watch out. If you go down center ice with your head down, ACC Fitness.
I'm gonna bite your ankles
We'll dead.
because he's 7 inches taller than I am. That was a height joke.
Yeah, I'm gonna suck you dry in middle ice. Watch out, Jordan.
Why would I do that? So I think another thing to.
Sorry.
He's petting my foot.
No, I'm not.
With his foot.
Watch out, he's gonna get defensive.
Dude, and I love chocolate milk in my cereal.
I'm gonna put my chocolate foot on my boy's feet.
So, okay. Cam Talbot has been huge over there as well.
Talbot.
Not crazy numbers. He's 7-2, but he's got a 2.85 goals against and a 904 save percentage,
Wow.
which is, again, that's pretty good. But that also makes me think that Minnesota's just scoring goals.
I was gonna say like
they're just
to be
scoring.
7-3 with a 904 is like. I feel like that's kind of like all right, like a little bit lower. I'm gonna be pissed. A little bit higher would be nice. It's like kind of that range right there.
Yeah.
But like to have those numbers and be 7-3, you said 7-2.
7-2.
7-2. I mean, that's a pretty.
Yeah.
That shows the team is just pucks back in that.
So is Kapanen 1-1 then?
He's 1-1. His numbers were not.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah, that guy.
his numbers aren't that good.
His numbers
so far
are
this
not
year.
that good.
He had a tough couple.
Who has some good numbers is Fleury.
Somewhat numbers?
Some pretty sick numbers.
They're definitely sick. Sick
If you're
because we've
playing them.
never seen them on a Fleury stat sheet before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're
I think
so
he has
bad.
an above 4 goals against in like an 8,
Dude.
like legit like an 889, something like that save percentage. That is actually terrible.
Bro, that poor. It's just the poor guy having to play for that team.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
they
that's
just
another
fired
news.
their coaching staff.
They
Too.
fired
the whole fucking coaching staff. Oh,
Yeah, die.
Grandpa's down.
So Grandpa's choking. We forgot to give him his meds this morning.
I'm back.
So
But yeah, they fired Colleton and then 2 others that I assume were assistant coaches.
Yeah.
Probably.
it's just crazy, dude. Because Collinson's such a sick coach.
I'm gonna let you two handle this one.
All right. We're not gonna go back.
Yeah, no, we expressed our thoughts on Colleton last week, so I think we're.
Yeah, peep the episodes. Yeah, man.
Yeah, if you haven't listened to
I called it.
Watch it on YouTube. It looks
If
great.
you haven't watched
I
episode
know. I was
52 yet.
pretty sexy last week. I'm a little sick this week, so I don't look as sexy, but like, I was looking thick.
You're still cute.
Right,
No.
You're mean again though, because you're not sick anymore. Raf gets very nice when he's sick. which is weird.
I'm a better person.
No. It's not that he gets nice. It's that his negative tendencies just aren't present.
It's because he's like too lazy to even like express them. That was fire. It's because he's like too like just like out of it and like lazy and tired to like even like express the negative.
He's docile.
So you're all raised in sunshine when you're sick.
See, I want to take a moment to just realize that if this was you getting reamed out like this, instant just flare in emotion. I'm gonna own it and say you're absolutely right.
He's taking me saying that you're raised in sunshine. You shouldn't take it as a chirp.
Well, I was saying like when I am not sick, you guys just said I'm an asshole, which is completely true. I'm gonna own that
I'm
one.
way too confused to even follow your point.
But I will say I am definitely a better person when I am sick, like in all aspects. Like I test better when I'm sick. I used to play great when I was sick when I was playing hockey. Being sick is chill as fuck.
You're always sick though. You got the.
I had the swag flu. Oh my god, those meds you gave me last night, the little like NyQuil, like whatever, like the little tablets.
Like NyQuil pills. Yeah.
Bro, I floated
they knock
to
you
bed.
the fuck out.
We were just talking.
They're the nighttime ones.
The night lurkers, the night crawlers. We were talking before bed, and like I was just trying to like say a sentence, and like I couldn't say it, and Ace was like, "Dude, like, are you grilled right now?" I was like, "Dude, these pills are sending me to orbit. I'm a space shot right now."
They work really well.
They made me feel good. I feel like 90% today. I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel chill as fuck.
It was ecstasy.
Dude, I remember when I asked you, I was like, if I take these in a gummy, like what dimension will I go to? Like light space or something?
Disclaimer, it was not ecstasy. It was legitimately like off-brand NyQuil.
No, it was the actual.
It was that sweet. It was that sweet NyQuil.
Oh, then that's why they were so good.
Yeah. I had like 2 left because when I had a cold, like I don't know, it was like a month ago. Ooh, I actually did not mean to do that. I just like tickled the.
Keep fucking talking. Just keep talking.
Wait, can I ask one question before you go?
What?
Are the toenails clipped?
I actually did clip them when I was home this weekend.
Lucky.
Yeah,
it's so lucky. It's so lucky.
I could give you a little scratch.
If my Larry's got over to you, you'd be in.
How long are your fucking toenails?
Oh, those aren't long at all.
No, I know. I cut them.
Mine were longer when I.
No, I know. I was just making a joke. It's just gonna be for the bit. You call me out, so the bit's over now.
Yeah. I hold those accountable.
Oh, God, what was I even saying?
My dad's an accountant.
Oh yeah, just like
how high?
Like 3 feet. I actually don't know.
What?
How high?
I don't know what my parents like do.
I was
probably like a senior.
I just want to know how high you could count.
I think he's a manager.
How high can he count?
Oh, he can do like 100 a couple times. I know that. Yeah, he's nuts. He's like
up to 200 or just like go back to 1.
No, he can keep doing 100 like multiple times. Like he's like that. Like my dad is like sick at accounting. Trust me.
That's so cool,
dude. That ass. But he's the boy. He's the boy.
Is that where you get your accountability from?
It's the best ability.
Yep.
My dad's actually such a beast that when he has days off, he still works. No, I'm kidding.
My dad's the same way, actually.
They're fucking psychopaths for that.
I mean, like a lot of his work's just like over the phone, but like he'll take like work calls on Saturdays and Sundays, even though he like technically doesn't have to.
That's I'm like, dude, you're off today. Like, don't do work. He's like, I'm saving my ass for the next day, and I'm like, dude.
So then, what's the point of a fucking day off?
Yeah, literally, let's go to alumni, dude. Come on.
That's like working 75% of the day every single day.
Yeah. Me and my dad's way of saying you want to hang out is saying you want to go to alumni. I think that's like the local bar anyway.
That's like us at Domino's.
That's literally like, yeah, that's our love language.
I don't have anybody close to me.
You have Brett's toes.
Yeah.
All 5 piggies? No, I don't.
Like,
if you touch my calf again with your toes.
You ever had the little Parmesan bread bites?
Stop it. I knew those were yours because they were cold and clammy.
You ever had the little Parmesan bread bites from Domino's? Those are just actually my toes.
Bro,
all right, I'm retiring again.
I'm trying to season your girl's toes.
Oh, Jesus.
All right,
Christ.
we got to
make a little cheddar bites. Dip them in my marinara.
Stop it.
With a 2-liter Coke. I don't really want to talk about hockey, boys.
We can do our teams.
Want to do the teams?
I don't have anything else to talk about today.
Last thing we'll talk about. So Carey Price.
King's back.
Comes out and releases a statement. I'm going to pull it up here in a second.
Yeah, read it. It's on his Instagram.
Yeah.
CP0331.
Yeah.
Did I snipe that?
Isn't that the guy? Yeah, isn't that
that's
the
Chris
guy
Paul.
in Star Wars?
Oh, I thought he was the guy in the Phoenix Suns, Chris Paul.
I thought those were the people in video games that you don't control.
No, that's R2D2.
All right, more serious note. So yeah, Carey Price comes out with a statement because he's been in the NHLPA like recovery rehab program for the last month and a half or so. So he came out with a statement. I'm going to read it. Over the last few years, I have let myself get to a very dark place, and I didn't have the tools to cope with that struggle. Last month, I made the decision to enter a residential treatment facility for substance use. Things had reached a point that I realized I needed to prioritize my health for both myself and my family. Asking for help when you need it is what we encourage our kids to do, and it was what I needed to do. I am working through years of neglecting my own mental health, which will take some time to repair. All I can do is take it day by day. With that comes some uncertainty with when I will return to play.
Yeah.
I appreciate all of the overwhelming support and well wishes. I please ask that the media and our hockey community continue to respect our privacy at this time. Your support and respect for this so far has been a critical piece to my recovery. So being that it's November, I believe, is Men's Mental Health Awareness, Mental Health Month, whatever. Yeah, snaps for that. It takes a lot of guts for him to kind of come out and say all that and be very blunt and straightforward with it. And I can't, being a professional athlete, I feel like we hold these guys to such a high standard. Like we almost immortalize them, even though they're literally just like us, which is the kind of the craziest thing about that. So it's really great to see that he kind of is doing better. He's well enough to kind of come out and be honest with all of us with this struggle. And I tip my hat to him. I snap for him because I've been in a similar place, not substance abuse wise, but mental health wise. I've also, fun fact, been at a pretty low spot in my life. So it's nice. It's refreshing to see that, he's taking a really large step of vulnerability coming out like that.
Like, especially with those guys too, where like they get paid millions of dollars, and if they're not living up to how much they're being paid, imagine just a fan base saying that you suck day in and day out.
Thousands of people.
Death threats online, even when you're not looking online, somebody is going to find you to tell you in any way, shape, or form that you suck. And imagine that every day when all you want to do, all they care about, and like the players, is hockey, and people just keep saying that one thing you care about, you are bad at. You suck at that. I want you gone. Like, that is just draining, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out CP.
3-0.
3-1.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of fuckery on the pod today, but I wanted to put that in there.
Yeah.
But
no, it's important.
No, it's absolutely important. Thank you for talking about it.
Of course. So with that, onto our teams.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Teams first, right? Is that how we start?
Yeah.
For some reason, I always forget.
Did we do a player first? Did we do team first?
We did player first, I'm pretty sure, last week.
The team is like the
main thing.
We did? All right.
No, I think we did end with player because I remember like yelling about it by hints at the end.
Oh, yeah.
I think we did.
All right, let's start with team.
All right.
I can start.
Yeah, get in there.
So this week, I am going with Calgary as my team.
Yeah.
They play 4 games this week, so I feel like I'm giving myself a little room for error there.
Yeah.
But also the teams they're playing are in this order: Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, and Philly. And Calgary has been off to a much hotter start than I think a lot of people expected, including myself. Is usually pretty high on them going into the year. I wasn't as much this year. But Jacob Markstrom is a fucking freak of nature so far this year. So I mean, they're hot right now. They're sitting 5th in the league, and they got 4 games coming up this week against 3 Canadian teams, and then down to Philly. So
who was it? You picked Calgary?
Yeah, Calgary. I have it in my notes.
I know, but I just think it would be fun.
But yeah, so Calgary this week. Team's hot, going into a 4 games in a week stretch, and I think they'll keep it up.
I like that. You want me to?
You can go. Yeah.
So for this week's pick, I'm going to stay in the Metro, but I'm going to go to a different team. I'm going to the New York Rangers. I like the team a lot this year. I really underestimated them, so I think it's time for me to pay my dues as a fan of hockey. They play 3 games by the next time the episode drops. So they have Columbus, New Jersey, and Montreal. I think on paper it looks a lot of an easier ride, but I think Columbus is going to give them a game. Columbus has looked good this year. New Jersey, I always like their fight. I don't really count them out. And Montreal, I really like that game too because Rangers and Montreal have some history. Original 6 team that had some great playoff battles in the past, especially if Price is back. So I'm predicting 2-1. Predicting 2-1.
There we go.
I have a question though.
Yes.
So do we get a win if the team just is above 500 on those, or do we get a win if we predict? Like, what if I said they went 0-3? Do I still get a win?
I think we should do above 500.
Yeah,
picking teams that we think are gonna do well.
But if they go 2-1 and 3-0,
Or
I get a win.
we can do that second thing.
Well, so I had that thought too, but then I thought back to our basis of why we pick these teams. Generally, we pick teams that we think should play better.
Exactly.
We always predict teams going above 500.
Yeah.
So I don't think we would ever sit here and be like, yeah, Buffalo's playing terrible. I think they're going to go 0-3 because I think there's generally like I started with the hot seat player, but then it kind of moved into the hot seat team.
Yeah.
So I think keeping it like even if we predict them going 3-0, they go 2-1. I think we should still get
a W.
A W for them.
Okay, I like that.
Right?
Yeah, all right.
So that's how I conceptualize.
I'm saying 2-1. I think the boys are going to give me my first W of the year.
Nice. So, Rangers. I'm sticking in the Metro as well, but coming back out east from last week, I'm going to go the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Ooh.
Not the best start. 4-3-4 in their first 11 games. Currently 2 points back of a wild card spot, but they're tied with the Rangers. They're tied with the Islanders and Bruins, and then 2 points back of the Devils and Blue Jackets, who are also tied for that wild card spot. So they're a couple points out. They're dead last in their division right now. You got to figure it out. So they have 4 games in between now and the next time we record. They play the Panthers and then the Senators, Capitals, and then the Sabres. So I think you got to win some games of regulation. You can't be dropping 4 games in overtime this early in the season. So with that being said, I still have them dropping 1 in OT, but I'm going to go 2-1-1 for Pittsburgh this week. I think that's important. Yeah.
I like that. I like that pick a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a little player?
Yeah. So now we'll snake it. It comes, to me at least, no surprise that this player is on the hot seat. He has been on the hot seat for the last 2 years. In Boston, Jake Debrusk. 2 goals in his first 3 games. 4 games this season.
Yes.
2 in his first 4. No other points in his last 6.
Mm-hmm.
None. -3. No points in 6 games. I think if you're Don Sweeney, you have to trade him in the next month and a half. You have to.
Yeah.
He's been given every single goddamn opportunity to perform better, play better, and he has not ever. Like he cannot get out of this. Maybe he reached a ceiling. Maybe he had his 27 goal season, got his little paycheck, and that's it. He's never going to be back there. But if he is, it's not going to be on Boston, or it shouldn't be. So, dude, you got to put in at least 2 or 3 goals. You got 3 games coming up from the next time you record. Figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
Please.
If he
coming from a Bruins fan.
If he does turn up this next week, are you going to be on his side or still just?
If he turns it up, I'll be happy for him. I will be on his side if he keeps it consistent.
Okay. I like that. All right, then I like that pick a lot. And then going forward with the Belch, going forward with the players, I'm going with Sam Reinhart this week. 90% of that is because he's on my fantasy team, and I need a big win this week. I'm sick of being 500. I want to be above that. He has 10 points in 13 games, which is not bad by any means. But for the sake of me winning this league, he needs to be better. So, Sam, for the love of God, please score 7 power play goals this week. Thank you. That is all.
So for mine, I'm also. You said he was on your fantasy team, right? So I'm also going to someone on my fantasy team who I drafted because I'm high on him. I love him. We all love him. He's off to a tough start. I almost dropped him the other day for someone, but I was like, I'm going to give him another week, see if he figures it out. Tim fucking Stutzel. He has 12 games, 0 goals, 5 apples.
Sophomore slumpies.
I just figure it out. I mean, there's not much else to say. Like, we know you're good. Your team is bottom of the league right now. But I mean, you're playing with other good young players just like you. So Tim, on the fantasy team out here.
You mean Jim?
Score some goals. Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Score some goals.
Come on, Jimmy.
All right. I don't even know how many games they play this week. Probably like 2 or 3, but score a couple goals.
Yeah, thank you, Jimbo. All righty, boys. I think that does wrap it up for this week's episode. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to episode 43 of Buddy Pass Podcast. Just always remember to just be comment anything you want on our Instagram post, even just if it's like, hey, how are you? And we'll say, hey, I'm good. How are you? Slide our DMs. We'll give you our Snapchats. I don't know. But either way, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be back same place, same time next week with the same league. Till then, everybody stay safe and hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
You mixed hallelujah and like
Harbonero.
Aloha. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All right, everybody. See you next week.